Hi, and welcome to Evening Afterglow. Last night we took James chapter 2, verses 8 through 13. And I encourage you to read that passage of Scripture. It's a wonderful, practical, simple, easy to understand passage of Scripture that talks about how we are to live with other people in the love of Christ. Simply put, James 2 verses 8 through 13 says we are to love our neighbor. We're to love other people with the love of the Lord. And that is a real important idea, isn't it? It's simple, I know. But boy, is it hard sometimes to pull off. Some people are just so unlovable. But we're not supposed to just love people because they're lovable. We're supposed to love them because God says that we're to love them. We're supposed to love them because God is love. We're supposed to love them because we have received the love of God as Christians, and we're to pass that on to other people. It's really interesting that that passage heightens the significance of this issue of loving other people by reminding the reader that to be unloving is a sin, just like adultery and murder. Now, all of us know that those are great, great sins, and they're sins that violate the law, but so is being unloving. That is a sin as well. We are called to love God, aren't we? With all of our hearts, souls, minds, and strength. We're told that in the Scriptures, that God and to love God is the most important thing in life. But the thing that's next to it, attached to it actually, is to love other people as we love God, or to love other people as an extension of our love for God, as a demonstration of our love for God. And James and 1 John, now we're not talking about the epistle of 1 John, but it does talk about this as well, that we show our love for God by showing love for other people. And that's the way we demonstrate our love for the Lord, in addition to worship and Bible study and prayer and all these other things, to show our love for the Lord by showing our love to other people. And that's really, really important. It's interesting, too, that the text reminds us that the love of God is an extension of the mercy of God, or the mercy of God really reflects the love of God. Because God loved me, He was merciful to me, a sinner. And so we're to demonstrate that mercy as well. The ESV finishes verse 13 by saying, mercy triumphs over judgment. So let's consider, as we kind of come to a close here, a simple question that you and I can use as we live our lives every day and throughout the weeks. And here it is. Is this loving? Is this word loving? Is this attitude loving? Is this behavior loving? That's a question that I can ask myself, no matter what I'm doing, where I am, with whom I'm sharing. Am I being loving to that person? Sometimes it's difficult to answer that question, and sometimes we may not know what the exact loving thing to do is, but I bet most of the time, if we'll simply ask ourselves that question, what's the loving thing to do? That will help us think clearly about how to treat the other person. I'm glad you've joined us today, and I hope this has been helpful to you. And we'll pray for each other that we can and will be loving with others this week. Till next time, I'll look forward to seeing you again on Evening Afterglow.